The year was 2249, and the blackness of space was no longer silent. It was filled with the deep hum of alien warships. The Zerath Empire had arrived. Their ships were the size of cities, shaped like blades and wrapped in blue energy shields that shimmered like oceans in the dark. They had conquered 23 civilizations before Earth, and they expected this to be no different. On the first day, they destroyed the lunar defense fleet in under 6 minutes. On the second day, they cracked Earth's orbital defense ring. By the third day, their commander, Vekar the Unbroken, sent a message to the people of Earth. Your species is clever, for primitives, but your ships are weak, your weapons outdated, and your courage will not save you. Surrender, and you may live as servants of the Zerath. Earth didn't answer. Instead, in a hidden base buried under the Nevada desert, a different kind of plan was being built. A plan so desperate, so insane, that even Earth's own admirals doubted it could work. In the middle of that underground hangar sat Skyfire, the strangest warship ever designed. It was small, barely the size of a transport vessel. Its armor was mismatched scrap from destroyed ships. Its engine core was old, human tech from over 50 years ago, but deep inside, hidden beneath its worn hull, were weapons no alien had ever seen before. Weapons born from Earth's most dangerous ideas. And standing on the deck of Skyfire was Captain Elias Kane, a man with no family left, a war hero from the Titan Rebellion, and someone who had once promised never to fight again. Now, with the world burning, that promise meant nothing. The plan was simple and suicidal. Skyfire would not fight like a battleship. It would fight like a predator, striking from shadows, hitting fast, and disappearing before the Zerath could respond. Think of it like hunting a wolf pack, Kane told his crew during the briefing. We're the smaller wolf. We can't fight head-on, but if we bite hard enough, they'll bleed. The crew wasn't made of elite soldiers. They were engineers, ex-miners and smugglers, people who had been on the edge of the war but had nothing left to lose. Their first mission, take out a Zerath scout frigate near the asteroid belt. The frigate was fast, shielded, and armed with plasma lances. Skyfire had rail cannons built from old mass drivers and a prototype stealth drive that could hide it for 30 seconds at a time. They closed in, invisible in the asteroid shadows. At 300 kilometers, Kane gave the order. Fire! The rail cannon screamed, a thunderous, invisible punch through the void. The slug tore through the frigate's shield before the Zerath even knew they were under attack. One more shot, and the ship split apart, spilling burning plasma into space. It was the first Zerath ship humans had ever destroyed. The victory was small, but across Earth's hidden resistance channels, the name Skyfire began to spread. Victories are dangerous. They make the enemy angry. Within days, Vekar sent hunter wings, packs of interceptor ships, to find the mysterious human vessel. Kane knew they'd come. He wanted them to. He chose the derelict zone, a graveyard of old mining rigs drifting around a dead moon. Skyfire hid among the wrecks, cold and silent. When the hunter wings entered, they spread out, 9 sleek ships, each faster than Skyfire by a wide margin. Kane waited until the first 2 came close. Then Skyfire lit up its thrusters, weaving through broken hulls and shattered metal, making the Zerath chase. The trap was in the wrecks themselves. Kane's crew had wired dozens of old mining reactors to explode remotely. As the hunters closed in, Kane gave the signal. The graveyard erupted in a chain of white-hot explosions. 3 hunters vanished instantly, their shields torn apart. The rest scattered, but that made them easier to pick off. Skyfire turned, guns roaring, and cut 2 more from the sky. The survivors fled. From his command throne aboard the flagship, Vekar watched the battle feed. His eyes narrowed. This human ship, it fights like a ghost. I will hunt it myself. The Zerath invasion fleet prepared to breach Orion's gate, a wormhole leading directly to Earth's orbit. If they got through, Earth would fall within hours. Skyfire was the only ship close enough to intercept. Kane's crew knew the odds. One small ship against the flagship of the Zerath Empire and its escorts. But Kane had a different goal. He didn't want to just fight the flagship, he wanted to kill it. The plan was madness. Skyfire would jump directly inside the fleet formation, hit the flagship with everything they had, and use the wormhole's unstable energy to destroy it. As they dropped out of warp, alarms screamed. Zerath escorts locked on immediately. Plasma fire ripped past their hull. Kane ignored it. "Target the flagship's shield core." Skyfire dove, engines howling, weaving between incoming fire. Rail cannon rounds hammered the flagship's shields. Then the crew unleashed their last weapon. A graviton torpedo, a human experiment banned decades ago for being too dangerous. It struck the flagship's shield generator. The explosion was like tearing a hole in reality. The shield collapsed. The flagship's massive hull was exposed. "Now!" Kane shouted. Skyfire fired every rail slug, every missile, every beam they had. The flagship shuddered, armor breaking apart. But Vekar was not done. His voice came over the comms. "Impressive, human! Now die!" The flagship's main gun charged, a beam that could vaporize Skyfire in one shot. Kane's voice was calm. "All power to engines. Head for the wormhole." Skyfire dove into the wormhole at full speed. The flagship followed, damaged but still deadly. Inside, the wormhole was unstable, a tunnel of raw space-time energy. Lightning-like arcs tore across the void. Kane's crew had one last trick. They ejected Skyfire's entire reactor core, set to overload. The flagship's sensors didn't register the danger until it was too late. The core exploded. The blast ripped through the wormhole, tearing it apart. The shockwave swallowed the flagship whole. Skyfire barely made it out, emerging near Earth's orbit, its hull burning, systems failing, but alive. On the Resistance channels, a single message appeared. "Flagship destroyed. Vekar gone. Zerath fleet retreating." Earth was safe. For now. Kane stood on the damaged bridge watching the stars. His ship was barely holding together, but a small smile crossed his face. "They thought we were weak," he said softly. "They forgot we're human." In the dark, Skyfire drifted, a scarred predator still hunting, because the war was not over.